you're black or white. If you're black or white.
Yeah, Seth, that event, the Taste of South Lake, is October 9th. And my buddy Eric Stromer is going to be there with me, and we're going to be broadcasting with Melinda Lee, and it's going to be food and beer and wine festival and all kinds of fun. It's all about having good taste, and we're going to talk about that. So hope you can join us at the broadcast from 10 to 3 at South Lake in Pasadena. So now, speaking of black and white, we're talking about paint with a guy who travels the country showing people what he calls the scrubbability test. Rick Mueller is with the Behr Paint Company. And so, Rick, tell us what we're going to be seeing here. First, in these bottles are, you say, the important ingredients in paint, and that is glue.
Right, the resin, the glue, and the pigment.
And the pigment.
The two main ingredients in every paint can from every paint company is the pigment and the glue, but there's a difference between pigments and glues. Different qualities.
And we wouldn't know it because, again, you're not going to reveal your formula secret on the can. We just have to...
Right. Now, a lot of times you'll see on the front of a can 100% acrylic. Well, that's telling you we're using the good resin, like in this bottle. But the one part that you won't know is how much of it is in the can.
And so you're saying that cheaper brands may not have as much in there.
The cheapest ones won't have any. They'll use a vinyl kind of a glue, just a really cheap stuff. But if they have 100% acrylic on the can, that means they're using some, but you got to be careful. If you've got an inexpensive one that says 100% acrylic, they may have put a few drops of it in there. Still not going to work for you. It's not going to stay on that substrate that you're trying to paint. You need to have lots of glue in there so it stays nice and flexible and stretchy. And that's actually one of the demonstrations I want to show you in here is what we've done is we painted some balloons.
Okay, and while we're doing this, I'm rolling a little video here. So I'm going to put on the website. So I'm going to walk over while you're going to show me this. We are actually demonstrating. We have two different balloons, right? Tell me, what do we have on the balloons?
Right. On the first balloon that we're going to pop right here, I'm going to snip it a little bit here. I've dipped it in ordinary house paint. Okay. And these are exterior house paints. This is not 100% acrylic, this one over here. And what we're going to do is slowly let the air out because you have to remember something. Every substrate that you paint, especially the exterior of a house, as the temperature changes throughout the year, hot and cold, what did we learn in school? Expansion and contraction. Everything's moving. Well, if you paint it with a film, that coating needs to be flexible. So let's see what happens if you put a coating on. The balloon's going to simulate that expansion and contraction. I'm going to slowly let the air out.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So here we go. We got this balloon. I'm going to slowly let the air out at the top here. And then you can kind of describe what you're seeing to this paint film as the air starts to leave, slowly going out.
It's definitely looking like how I don't want my skin to ever be. It's looking very wrinkly, very haggard.
And when that happens, what do you usually do?
You call a plastic surgeon right away.
Now see what's happening now.
Now, shriveling up, and you're seeing little pieces of paint that are kind of flying down to this.
And
down
now
to
where
the
are
floor.
they going?
Oh my gosh!
Right to the floor.
We do have a tarp on the floor, but it looks like snow. It looks like snow, and that is basically how old. That's brand new paint.
Oh yeah, that was just painted last night.
And so, if you were to have that on your home exterior, it wouldn't be a pretty picture.
And as the seasons change, hot to cold, summer, winter, on an ordinary paint, you might get a couple years out of it. And that's typically what people say. We'll see them back buying some more paint, and I'll ask them, well, how long ago did you paint?
Yeah,
well, a couple years ago.
You guys want to come in and see it, but then they can't leave the board.
All the production guys loving that.
Okay, now show us, this is the other balloon that has, a certain kind of paint that you like.
The Premium Plus Behr Paint.
Okay.
This is 100% acrylic, but it's loaded with the 100% acrylic resin.
Okay, and then you're letting the air out.
And I just snip that one, and now watch what happens here.
And now this kind of looks like a shower cap.
Right?
Exactly. I think I've seen you at trade shows. You put that on sometimes for a little comic relief. But look, the paint is staying on the balloon.
Stop right there. It won't go any smaller.
So for those of us who are into painting, and we want to do some improvements for the holidays coming up, we want to look for what then? We want to make sure that it's not the cheapest paint.
Not the cheapest. You're going to be up in a $20 or more in that price range and looking for a paint that's 100% acrylic. And hopefully you'll be looking for the Behr Premium Plus, sold exclusively at Home Depot.
And this, it totally looks like a shower cap. I mean, that's not moving.
No, and I can even snip off this top right here. Here's the whole thing. We got the whole balloon top off. And now look at that, just like you said. You could take that home and use that for a shower cap.
Yeah, very pretty. All right, and you have another demonstration with crayons because a lot of times we have kids who are painting of their own kind, crayons on the wall. So show us what you got here.
Moms and dads looking for kids' room kind of paint. Again, the top quality ingredients, the good resins, the good pigments inside, give you a great durable paint film. So what I've got here is a board, okay? And we've got 2 coats of just interior 100% acrylic.
Okay, we have
Behr
1 minute,
Premium
so
Plus.
quickly
All right.
show us. You're going to put some crayon on here.
Just put
There's the
crayon on the
green,
wall.
nice. Okay, oh yes, nice. Okay, and there it is. And now you're going to
Some heavy-duty cleanser. And then we're going to take that and we're going to scrub this board down. And we will actually scrub the crayon off. There you go. See that crayon coming off of there?
yeah, it's off. It's gone.
It's not hurting our paint film. By the way, this is flat paint. This isn't even semi-gloss. This is flat
Okay.
paint. Look at that. And now let me show you. This board, look what I did.
You have newspaper around the
I
back.
painted the newspaper, not the board.
Oh, I see.
Let me take that off there and look at that.
Oh,
No
wow.
moisture through that film.
Wow, amazing. Well, all right. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about not only the right kind of paint to choose, but the right kind of colors, because you are out with some new 2011 shades. We have a color expert who's going to help us to make sure that we are in tune with the new and upcoming trends so that you can have not only the quality paint, but what really is cool or hot on your walls in your home. This is Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole. You can call in at 888-KFWB-980. We're back in just a moment.
Oh, painting the roses red, and many a tear we shed, because we know they'll see